nice to meet you all, and thank you for being here. I know it's a bit late in Vietnam. It's nearly 8 p.m. So I love the dedication. I'm currently in Milan. I am based in Bangkok myself, but right now I am right now I'm in Milan, just visiting the Naba offices as we have quite a few campus updates. So a bit about me. So my position is I am the manager of Naba operations across Asia, and therefore, I will be the one that you will be interacting the most with if you want to take a look at your portfolio or whatever it is, right? For any questions. So quickly jumping into who we are in terms of NABA. So the name stands for New Academy of Fine Arts, Nuova Accademia di Belle Arti, and we are the #1 ranked university in Italy for art and design. I will show you a brief video of us so you guys can have an idea of what we do. Sorry. Just gotta
I just no voice, Andrea.
There's no sound?
No sound. Yes.
Oh, that's weird. What about now?
Okay.
Great. So moving forward, so right now NABA has two campuses, Milan and Rome. Milan is, the international capital of art, the international capital of fashion, and one of the international capitals of design. Just last week in Milan, we had the Milano Design Week, which is one of the most popular design weeks in the world. A lot of different interior design as well as products were presented. And for students that wish to study fashion, every year they will present their own collections. So this video that we are about to see was the Naba Fashion Shows teaching work that happened last year. Perfect. So for anyone wishing to study fashion, you will have the opportunity of being part into this. And then we go into the second city, which is Rome, right? Rome is much more historical, much more archaeological, and it's a very important city for cinema in um, across the world and Europe in general. So right outside Rome, 20 minutes away from the center, well, a bit more, maybe 30, there is the city cinema studios. So any student wishing to study film and animation, you will be going there quite regularly. Now, jumping into the academy. So Naba is the largest academy in Italy. We were founded in 1980. All of our courses are in Italian or in English, which means you don't need to speak Italian to study at Naba. And we currently have around 6,000 students, and they all come from over 100 countries. Last year, the student population for October was 48% international, which basically means half of the school is coming from all over the world. Okay. In terms of ranking, we are for the fourth year, well, now actually for the first year in a row, the #1 ranked university in Italy for art and design, and we're in the top 100 in the world. What makes Naba so special? What's the difference amongst, Naba and other art, design, fashion university? #1 is our teaching methodology. So it's learning by doing, which means, if you are a student that wants to learn not so much theory, but you really want to be hands-on and practice, then this is the university for you. Then multidisciplinary approach. What does this mean? This means that you as a student will have the possibility not only of learning about your own studies, but you'll also be able to share time with students that study other courses. So if you study fashion, you'll still be able to study courses, for example, work with students, for example, that are doing communication, that are doing graphic design, and do projects together. Yeah. So some things that we offer is practical work, as we said, and this means you will be 50% of your time in class, and 50% of your time you will be in one of the labs of Naba. Now, it's not only being in labs to do projects for university, but you'll actually be doing projects with real companies. We will see a couple of those after. They're all very exciting. And these are some of the examples. Then you'll be able to do workshops and you'll be able to do internships. If you guys have any questions at any point, you can text them in the chat and I'll be happy to stop and answer them. Don't be shy. Now, let's take a look at one of the projects of Naba students. So this was one of the ads for one very famous car brand, you'll figure it out now, which also went, so these ads was done in a partnership with the people working at this car brand, and this specific ad was shown on Italian TV. So take a look and see if you think it's exciting. There you go. So, I think this is quite exciting because this is something that really happened, and the Naba logo is there. Students work with it. And these are some other projects. So Venki is an international chocolate brand. We have designed their Easter eggs as well as their mooncake boxes. So the packaging was all done by Naba students. For the ones that like video games, Naba also did a partnership with Fortnite. which means we have created a playable campus on Fortnite. So let me show you a quick video.
So the enemies, I'm taking them apart. I'm a young boss, got me feeling like a pop. Think I never match it, think I never stop. Cause I've been really giving everything that I got. Cause I've been working on a plan and a plot. Over what the killers, let me coming to the top. We're blowing up your city and you might get dropped. Just be another quitter, we gon' make it get up. So the enemies, I'm taking them apart. I'm a young boss, got me feeling like a pop. Think I never match it, think I never stop. Cause I've been really giving everything that I got. Cause I've been working on a plan and a plot. Over what the killers, let me coming to the top. We're blowing up your city and you might get dropped. Yeah.
Great. And here you can see some of the companies that we've worked with recently. So you can see Dr. Martens, Hard Rock Cafe, Warner Bros, Red Bull, and then some, high-end companies for suits, for example, like Canali, like Bourbonese. So there's a lot of different brands from all over the world and in every industry that you'll be able to either do projects with or internships with. Now, quickly jumping in the Naba campus, I'm currently here in the Naba campus in Milan. It's the largest private campus in Italy. We have 25,000 square meters, 14 buildings in the center of Milan. You can see some pictures here. It is gated, so it's very safe. Only students and faculty can access. And you can see some pictures here. This is our design lab. This is our textile lab. This is our fashion lab. This is our movie lab. And we are the only university in Europe that has a special effects lab. So this is basically how it works. Let me show you a quick project that the students did. The Naba campus in Rome, it's a bit smaller. So Milan has around 5,000 students and Rome has 1,000. But still all the facilities are there. And this is, for example, the fashion lab. The only thing that we don't have in Rome that we have in Milan is the special effects lab. Now, jumping into the courses, right? So in this case, Bachelor of Arts. So these are 3 years long and these are our undergraduate courses. So I'll show you the example of fashion design. Fashion design, you will see that there is the fashion design course, but then there's 3 different writings in pink. So these are our specializations, which means if you decide to study fashion design for the first year and a half, so out of the 6 semesters for the first 3 semesters, you will study general fashion design. And then for the last 3 semesters, you will choose your specialization, whether it's fashion design, fashion styling and communication, or fashion styling management. In this case, the fashion marketing management is the first business course we have just introduced. So a lot of exciting things, and it's the same for all of this. So for example, design, you will be able to specialize in interior product or product innovation. Then we have 2 masters, which are the Master of Arts and the Academic Masters. So the Master of Arts are 2 years long. And you can see here we've got 2 years interior design, social design, fashion design, textile design. And for the academic masters, 1 year long, new urban design, interior design, luxury brand management, which is nearly fully booked. So a lot of different courses. This is really up to you to understand where you want to go and how much you want to specialize yourself into, right? We also have a lot of different opportunities like semester abroad programs, summer courses, as well as international opportunities to go around the world. We have partnerships with a lot of different universities, Pratt Institute in New York or San Francisco State University. And then we have different teams like industry relations, which is the department that helps students do partnerships with real companies. We have career service, which is the team that helps you find a job once you graduate. So 87% of Naba students find a job within 1 year. 99% of Naba students find an internship within 1 year. Then housing. We don't have a dorm, but what we have is a real estate agency, which will help you find a house. And you can even go to live with other Naba students. And then we have a whole student life team, which has students' well-being, so psychological desk, for example. We have sports teams. We have parties that we regularly throw, and a lot of different activities like Italian cooking classes, singing dinners, and ping pong competitions, as well as trips around Italy. Now, how do you become a student at Naba? So let's start looking at the right part, the application process. So you need to send, first of all, your application form. Then you need to send your portfolio, which is the thing that we will look at the most. So your acceptance will only be based on the portfolio and motivational letter. And then if you are a master's student, you will also need to attach your CV. Then we will need your English or Italian certificate, English IELTS 5 general. And then we will need your high school diploma and transcripts. Now, the pricing for Bachelor of Arts is 21,600 euros. Same for the 2-year masters. And for the 1-year masters, it's 23,000 euros. We have 2 intakes, every October and every February. If you start in October, you will do 3 years. If you start in February, you will do 2 years and a half, because the first 6 months will be 2 semesters compiled into 1. So this is a great opportunity if you want to save yourself some time. Then that's basically how we operate. And we then offer a lot of different scholarships throughout the year. And our scholarships are competition based, which means, let's say we have 500 students that apply. We will look at their portfolio, and then the best and top group will get the maximum scholarship, which is 30% discount. The second best group will get 20% discount. The third best group, 10%. And then obviously some students will get 0%. So yes, this is basically how we operate. And that's pretty much it from my side. So I would love to have you guys for a Q&A and see if you guys have any questions and help you out, because this is my favorite part when it's a bit interactive. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you.
Okay, now I have some information to share with my student.
Yeah, sure.
Các bạn ơi, các bạn vừa xem xong phần giới thiệu của Andrea về trường Naba. Thì vì là cái thời gian cũng không cho phép ấy, nên là anh ấy cũng nói nhanh để các bạn có thể nắm được. Thì trước khi mà đi vào phần câu hỏi, các bạn cần hỏi thêm thông tin gì hơn, chi tiết gì hơn, thì cô muốn chia sẻ với các bạn một thông tin này. Có thể là các bạn chưa biết nhiều về trường Naba. Tuy nhiên ý, các bạn sẽ nhìn thấy ở đây này, ở Việt Nam mình từ khoảng 3 năm nay thì có một nhà thiết kế rất là nổi, đó là Phan Đăng Hoàng. Và bạn này học ở trường Naba về. Và Phan Đăng Hoàng thì hình như là đấy, học ở trường Quốc học Vinh, tức là cấp 3 là bạn học ở Vinh. Sau đó nhưng mà bạn ấy đam mê thời trang, thì là Đăng Hoàng đã cố gắng để mà sang bên trường Naba và học thời trang. Sau chương trình cử nhân thì Đăng Hoàng tốt nghiệp lại giỏi của trường Naba, và bạn đấy có được những cái bộ sưu tập tại cái tuần lễ thời trang Milano, và đây là người Việt Nam đầu tiên các bạn nhé, người Việt Nam nhà thiết kế Việt đầu tiên mà được có cái bộ sưu tập của mình ở tuần lễ thời trang. Sau đó thì đây, Phan Đăng Hoàng về Việt Nam và Phan Đăng Hoàng lập nghiệp ở Việt Nam. Thì các bạn xem qua, ví dụ mới ngày hôm qua thôi là Đăng Hoàng có một cái sự kiện giới thiệu bộ sưu tập tên là Zigzag ở Hà Nội. Đó, Zigzag, ok. Thế và các bạn sẽ thấy là Phan Đăng Hoàng năm ngoái 2024 thì Phan Đăng Hoàng đã được lọt vào top 30 gương mặt người Việt tiêu biểu, 30 gương mặt châu Á ở sau theo tạp chí Forbes bình chọn ấy. Đấy. Đây là cái trang của Phan Đăng Hoàng. Có một cái bài viết bạn ấy đã lọt vào top 30 người những cái người dưới tuổi 30 mà có ảnh hưởng. Rồi đã được cái cúp của We Choice năm 2024 này. Đó. Thì Phan Đăng Hoàng là một trong những cựu sinh viên tiêu biểu của chúng tôi. Gương mặt trẻ ấn tượng lĩnh vực văn hóa. Là một trong những sinh viên tiêu biểu của trường Naba tại Việt Nam, và chúng tôi cũng rất là mong muốn là không phải chỉ có mỗi Hoàng, mà một ngày nào đó khi mà các bạn sang bên đó các bạn học và các bạn có thêm được những cái kinh nghiệm thì các bạn cũng có thể trở về Việt Nam và chúng tôi sẽ có thêm những cái phiên bản nhiều hơn nữa, phiên bản Phan Đăng Hoàng. Ok chưa ạ? Rồi, đó thì các bạn có thể tìm hiểu thêm về Phan Đăng Hoàng trên rất nhiều các cái nền tảng.